Hi, I'm Megan Ward with Writerland.com, and today I want to talk about iPad cases. So, if you spent the money to invest in a lovely iPad like this, you probably want a good case to protect it, and there are a lot of cases out there, so it's hard to decide which one to buy. So I started out with a simple neoprene case. They have different types of neoprene cases. They have the kind that zipper, which are nice. I like this one because it has a handle, so I can carry it around. I actually love this case, but it only works to protect it. You can't use it like a notebook to open it up. You can't open it up and read while it's protected, and you can't use it as a stand. So this actually isn't that useful. It was good as a temporary case. And it just works like this. You slip it in and then slide the flap over. So this is a great second case or backup case, but it's not good as a primary case. So the two main cases that were on the market when I got my iPad, because I got it the first day that the 3G came out, the two cases that were on the market were the Apple case and the In case. Both of those were available through the Apple Store. So what I found is that the Apple case is terrible. It's flimsy. So the reason people like the Apple case is that it's very thin. So when you fold, you slide, I don't have one, but you slide this in, you fold the flap over, and it's not much thicker than the iPad itself. So that's really nice. The disadvantages of the iPad case are, first of all, it scratches up and gets kind of like things stick to it, like lint and things like that stick to it, so it doesn't look very nice. It scratches up very easily, so it's kind of shabby looking. It's kind of flimsy looking. And I also found the way the Apple case stands up is you prop it up, and it has a little thing that you like a little flap underneath that you stick the main part in, and it holds it up as a stand. So there are two ways to hold it up. You can have it at a very, very low angle. I don't know if you can see how low this angle is, like this, or you can have it at a very straight angle, almost vertical. What I found is that the case, after it's been used for a while, because I tested out the case in the Apple Store and that case had been used quite a bit, it was so flimsy that when you stood it up like this, it just fell right over. So I don't like it. I guess it's popular because it's cheaper than some of the other cases. It's $39. Some of the other ones are $60. A lot of the other ones are $60. So I wouldn't get the Apple case. Now, next I tried the Quirky Cloak. And the reason I bought this is because I read on different websites that there were these new iPad cases coming out that were beautiful. There's the Dodo case, there's the Quirky Cloak, and they had all kinds of great reviews based on prototypes that hadn't even been out yet. I'll talk about the Dodo in a second. So I ordered the Quirky Cloak. I got it in black because I figured black is classic and reliable. They also have it in a nice green color, which is kind of an olivey green, and a sort of a bright pink and a lavender. I think those are the four colors. Maybe there's a blue. No, I guess it's a pinkish lavender and then a blue. Anyway, I ordered the Quirky because it seemed like the best of all worlds. It's thin, supposedly thin, and I asked before I bought it by email, does it have a kind, because I knew it had some kind of rubbery material. I said, does it have a kind of material that's going to attract lint and things like that like the Apple case? He said, no, absolutely not. It's not like the Apple case. It's rubber. It's not going to do that. And the Quirky Cloak is designed with all these stands. So you've got this stand that pops out so you can make the iPad stand vertically, and you've got this other stand here that makes it stand this way. I don't know how this works, but there's some way to make this stand up. Maybe it goes this way. Yeah, I guess it goes this way. So it's nearly flat. This is actually for typing, so that's actually a great angle. I like that. So I like the stands. I like that there's a portrait mode stand, because a lot of the other stands will only let you prop your iPad up this way. So this is actually pretty cool that it has all these different stands. The way you insert the iPad into the case, this is just this floppy rubber. So you just stick it right in there. You basically peel the edges back, pop them around the iPad, and almost there. Voila. There. Now if you want to, so this is if you want to do the low angle or the vertical. If you want to stand it up any other way, like this. Now what's awesome about this case, this is why I got it, is you can make it stand at every different angle. Look at this. Bump, 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 bump. And because it's got this sticky rubber, it does not slip at all. Great. So you can prop it at any different angle if you want to read a book or watch a movie or whatever. So that's awesome. There's a lot of great things about the Quirky Cloak. The reason I hate the Quirky Cloak, because it attracts lint better than my tape roller. This is ridiculous. This had lint on it before I even got it out of the case. It was in the box with lint on it. That's how much this thing attracts lint. I mean, I set it down and it's like instant cat hair, dust. It's just horrible. I hate it. I hate this case. And, you know, and although it's thin, it's heavy. It's not lightweight. It's heavy. It's heavier than the in case, which is supposed to be thicker. I hate this case. Don't buy the Quirky Cloak. Sorry, Quirky, but it's not a good product. Not a good product. Okay, so now a word about the Dodo. I don't have the Dodo here to show you, and I actually haven't seen the Dodo in person, but the Dodo case is made in San Francisco, and what people like about it is that it looks like a real book. It's actually put together with real book binding techniques. And so you fold it over, it looks like you're carrying a real hardcover notebook. People who are designers, who are photographers, who want to show off their work in a nice looking portfolio may want to buy the Dodo case. It's $60. The reason I didn't get the Dodo case is that, like the Quirky Cloak, it does this type of standing, and I haven't tested it out, so I don't know if this has rubber that sticks really well, so it doesn't slide. The Dodo doesn't have rubber around the edges as far as I know, so I don't know if it slips. That part I don't know. As far as how it opens, it's just like the Quirky, where you can open at all different angles. My complaint about that type of case, and this is why I like the in case, is that it only works on a flat, stable surface like a table. If you want to use it on your lap, for example, on an airplane, for example, which I have used a lot, and my toddler, who's 2, has used on the airplane quite a bit. When we were traveling during the summer, we took 4 different flights, and that was how we kept him quiet, was to let him play games and watch television on the iPad. It's really nice to have this kind of a stand that you can set on your lap, because if you have just that kind that flops open, you have to have it on the table. It doesn't work on your lap. And on an airplane, it's nice to be able to set it on your lap. You can maybe set it on the tray table. A toddler, it didn't work for him because he was in his car seat and the tray table was too low in relation to the car seat for him to use it. It bumped into a seat, so we needed something that you could use on his lap. And also in a car, you don't have a tray table. It's nice to have this stand. So now this doesn't have unlimited numbers of angles, but it does have 3. You can stand it up pretty straight, medium, or more angled. As far as doing it vertically, there isn't really a vertical solution. So no case is perfect, unfortunately, but this is a nice case.